Hi there, it's Mary with Mary's Stampin' Cafe. You are lucky you're catching this video because I'm going to let you in on a secret. For the next several Mondays, beginning on December 6th, each Monday in December, I am going to be live at 6 p.m. on Pacific time, and I am going to be doing some wonderful fun cards and ideas, but I'm also going to be doing a giveaway each week. And so how do you get into that giveaway? Well, you just join me live at 6. Be part of the conversation, and then I will be choosing my giveaway winner at the end of my stamping time each Monday. And today is no exception. It is a recorded video today, but I will have you leave a comment. And as long as you are following me and you leave a comment and you share this video, I will put you in for my first giveaway that's just part of this recorded one. And so it's a lot of fun. It's going to be great fun. But today I am creating a holiday card, and it is a beautiful one that's very full of nature and kind of makes me think of just kind of that beautiful starry night in the Pacific Northwest. And I absolutely just love this card I'm going to share with you. I'm going to be using the Hope and Peace stamp set. It has some beautiful fonts here and great pairing sentiments. I just love this stamp set. Then I'm going to be using the Forever Forest bundle. Now the Forever Forest bundle is found in the September to December mini 2023 catalog, which has a last chance sale going on right now if you don't know. And see that host code right there? That host code is still good for a few more days for you to get in on my mystery hostess drawing. That's right, with any order you place this month in November with that host code, you could win all of the hostess dollars for all the orders tied to that host code. U.S. participants only. So sorry. Anyway, what's wonderful about this Forever Forest bundle is it is not retiring. It is going to be carrying over, and I'm so glad. I love all the beautiful trees. There's in the dies, there's the wonderful little hills and mountains. There's clouds. There's the moon and stars, and then all of these fabulous trees that you can build as well as stamp and cut out your image. Just fabulous. What will happen though, you won't get that 10% bundled price after, I think it's January 3rd. After January 3rd, it unbundles and you have to purchase each separately for the full price. So no bundled price after that. But it is carrying over, and that's so very exciting. So again, use that host code that's listed there. You have just a few days. I'll have a link below for you to just jump right on over to my store and place that order to get in for Mystery Hostess. Every $25 before shipping and tax, you are in for the drawing. So exciting, especially with the new January to May mini catalog coming out. So I have a piece of Mossy Meadow cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I am folding it at 4 1/4, just folding it in half. You can score it if you'd like. Then I have a piece that is a 5 1/4 by 4 Mossy Meadow that is run through the time-worn type 3D embossing folder. It's just so pretty. I love doing tone on tone, and it just gives it a great dimension. I generally will not emboss on my card base. For some reason, I just feel like it breaks the fibers and makes it feel a little thinner. And then I get that on the back side of this, and I don't really care for that. So I like to just put that on another piece right on top. Now, interestingly enough, and I always tell people, when you are die cutting out your rectangles, whether they're stitched or the deckled, make sure you do that in the center of your paper, because once you die cut out that rectangle, you will be left with a beautiful frame like I have here. Now my frame is very thin, but that was perfect. I'm like, this could be some sort of little window that you're looking through, something like that. Just could be so pretty. So I went ahead and then I used the next larger size of the deckled rectangles with crumb cake, and I went ahead and I cut out another. So this is like my framed image that I'm going to be using here. So I always, whenever I die cut out my rectangles, ovals, circles, I always do it in the center so I can use something for another project. So I have my Mossy Meadow ink here, and I went ahead and I mounted this beautiful row of trees from the stamps, and I'm going to ink that up very lightly on my pad. I just got a new Mossy Meadow stamp pad, so exciting. And these trees are delicate trees, so I want to see here a little bit about where this is going to go. So this is going to come pretty close to the bottom, but not all the way. I don't want the trunks of the trees to be floating. I would like them to be grounded and let the frame kind of be on. Oh my goodness, that's not very dark at all. I think I want that darker. So I'm going to ink that up again. And I'm totally okay if they don't quite line up. Let's see how that goes. There we are. Because this is not a photopolymer set, I can't see through it. Now, because I have that Mossy Meadow open, I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment. This is with love and hope. And I'm just going to do this over here to make sure it's nice and dark. With love and hope. There we are. And then I'm going to do my sentiment on the inside. And the one I'm choosing out of the Peace, Hope and Peace stamp set is this one right here. And it's so very pretty. May knowing Christ bring you peace for today, hope for tomorrow, and joy in every day. Oh, so pretty. Let me go ahead and ink this real well, and I'm going to put that right in the center. Whoa. Make sure I have it upright. That's important. And straight down and straight up. Very pretty. And then why don't I grab my, let's do the smallest tree here. And I'll go ahead and take this off. Put my smaller tree here. I'd like to do another tree on the inside. And I'm going to do like a stamping off. So I'm going to stamp once, kind of big. And then I'm going to come next and next. And what I've done there is I've done a gradiating of colors of the trees just by restamping without inking again. So I love that. Now that is done, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in a blending brush. And I'm going to go ahead and get that inked up really well. I'm going to give a little rub off on some scrap first, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to really hit, in fact, I'm not going to sponge off. I'm going to really hit this around the outer edge. I want to give some different texture of color from this layer of the Mossy Meadow that has been embossed to the base of the card. And I can do that by simply dragging. I can also give it a little bit by going over and just rubbing over where that embossed part is to give it even more depth of color. And then you can see it's almost like I'm antiquing the areas. It's really a great technique. I love my blending brushes. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and I'm going to glue it. I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I know I say this every time, but when I use an embossing folder, you're getting a lot of empty spaces with the embossing, and liquid glue will hold better than, say, the tape runner. The tape doesn't go down into the nooks and crannies, but the liquid glue will, and then it will hold it much better. And so you can see I've got that nice border edge around. It's darkened. It's a little more antique looking. And then I'll have my beautiful crumb cake piece. And then my frame here on my trees. But what's awesome about the dies are the trees. Here we are. So all of these trees, that little one, this one, this one, this one, this one, none of those have stamps. They're all made just by using the die on cardstock. So I did a whole bunch of trees. Whenever I die cut, if I have a sheet of cardstock that I'm die cutting, I do the whole sheet. And I used a beautiful designer series paper for this. So I could get, I'm just going to dump them all out. Why not? So I've got this pretty one here, and you can see what I have there. And this particular paper is also in the September to December mini. It's the Snowflake Wishes. And it has pool party and this beautiful silver and white. I'm not really sure if you can see that silver and white, but what I'm going to do on that is I'm going to go ahead and place trees in between some of the other trees to where they are right in the forefront. Now that one doesn't have very much glitzy on it, so I'm going to find another one that does. There we go. Now I don't want them to all be super tall, so I'm going to try to find if I have any more of the smaller ones. Oh, here's one that's maybe a little smaller. There we are, and I was only going to do 3 of them. And then maybe I'll bring in this tiny little one right here. Just like that. Oh, I like that. That's kind of fun. But maybe I bring them a little closer together. Keep going. This is fun. I can keep going, and then I could actually even give another little one. Really? I can't pick it up suddenly. Just another little one on this end and even them all up. My idea was that they would be between the trees and kind of filling in. So I think maybe I'll leave it like that. So what will happen is when I go ahead and put those there and then put the white frame back down, everything is just so pretty. You've got that white frame and then the white trees in there. So very nice. So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead, push these aside. I'm going to turn them over because I need to put my adhesive on the back. Now let's get these beautiful trees. Oh, I just love all the trees. They're so great. And then my other pieces, I'm going to grab my thin liquid glue bottle here. And all I did on this is I put some of the multi-purpose liquid glue into here. Do, do, do. Little do, 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 do. So the details now. Again, if you're watching this video, be sure to share it. Be sure you're following me. And then leave a comment. What is your favorite? What is your favorite holiday movie? Just leave a comment and tell me what your favorite holiday movie is. And then I'll have you in that prize drawing, my giveaway that I'm going to do each Monday. So I'm going to put the tallest one here. I'm going to go up just a little bit. There we are. Then I'm going to go ahead and put one of my smaller ones. right here. Sorry. The other smaller one. I'm trying to think now that I said that what my favorite holiday movie is. I'll think about that for a minute. It's an oldie. My favorite is Miracle on 34th Street? I think it is. All right, so now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and use my regular liquid glue and glue the crumb cake piece. There's also It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, that's, I'm okay. It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th Street. Oh, I still like the Miracle on 34th Street. Is it 34th or 32nd? No, it's 34th Street. Sorry, my brain. Okay, now I do need to bring my little glue back. And I noticed on this particular frame, I wasn't quite in the center. Because I have a thinner strip along this top there and along this side. It's not exactly centered on here. So I have to decide, do I want the thickness at the bottom or the thickness at the top? And I think I'm going to go with at the top because I just need to make sure I am covering my bottoms of the trees. And I want it to be centered on the crumb cake as well. So let's do that. And then we'll take a look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? I love this. This is a perfect Pacific Northwest. I live out in Washington State. We have water and mountains everywhere and forested areas. And there's nothing I love more than snow on the trees. It is so, so beautiful. So let me just cap my little glue thing here. There we are. We're going to go ahead and put our inside down. And again, I love that I added that in here. And oh my goodness, should we go for it? No, we can't really see. Oh, that's too bad. You can't really see that little white tree with the silver edging against what I just did there. So we won't do that. That's okay. What if I did one? I'm like, what if I did one of the bigger ones? Nah. Now I am going to go ahead and do a little sponging around my oval because the white can be very harsh. I mean, I have the beautiful white there, but then I'll lose my sentiment if I don't kind of tone it down a little bit. And that's going to go right here. Just like that. And I am going to use dimensionals on that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, I had them with my envelope. All right. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at an embellishment and see what kind of embellishment might I do, because it would be very pretty to have a little bit of and there we are. How pretty is that, you guys? That is just so, so beautiful. So let me set some things aside and let's take a look at embellishments. So I brought in some embellishments. Yes, yes, I did. I'm going to come down just a little bit so you can be a little closer and we can take a look. So I have some iridescent pearls. I brought in the adhesive backed sparkle gems, but there's not really anything that would I mean, I guess I could go with the dazzle, but they just seem a little too big, so those are going to go. I also have this, and as I look at it here, these are kind of goldish, and I don't feel like the goldish go very well, so those are going to go over. Then I do have some of the sequins. These are the adhesive back sequins. Now, this is really pretty. These trees all have the silver running through them, and those are pretty, but when I put it to here, they're kind of like that mother pearl idea. They start taking other colors. So I'm going to set those. So I think I am going to use the iridescent pearl basic gems. You never can go wrong with embellishments. They just add so much. And I'm going to use the tiny ones. See how there's this, in this particular package, there's some really nice tiny pearls. And that's what I want. Sometimes I feel like we have such big embellishments and I can never quite find what I really want because I want something just little. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to be dotting these up into the sky almost like they're stars. Because they're just so pretty. The sky is so beautiful where I live. And oh my gosh, November, ooh, that just went flying. November, the moon is in its brightest state. And my goodness, last night it was so beautiful. It was so bright. I swear you could just turn off your headlights and not need to have them on, that you could still find your way. And you could see Jupiter. I'm like, what is that star? It's not a star, it's Jupiter. Well, this is my beautiful Pacific Northwest winter card. I just think it is fabulous. There's nothing greater than having those trees stamped in the background and then the die cut ones from the Forever Forest dies and doing it on a specialty paper that has that sparkling silver. So very nice, and a classic beautiful font for our sentiments with love and hope. And boy, those iridescent pearls are perfect, kind of like those stars in the sky. I just love Mossy Meadow Crumb Cake. Oh, such great colors. So once again, that is the host code that you'd want to use if you were going to place an order with me. You have just a few days through November 30th to get in on the mystery hostess dollars. Now, of course, the amount of rewards that you would get depends on how many people place orders. You just need a minimum $25 order. For every $25 before shipping and tax, your name goes in for the drawing in the US only. The host code needs to be attached, so use the link down in my description because that will take you right there, and the host code is already attached. You can check out the last chance sales that are going on. You can look at the online exclusives. There's some great things there. And I really appreciate you shopping with me. And remember, make sure you're following, share this video, and tell me your favorite Christmas movie so you can be in for my first drawing for my Mondays in December lives. And this is the kickoff. So you have a chance to win a wonderful prize. So until next time, guys, happy stampin'.